Hello all, I am Palak Vadedia, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology in Department of Electronics and Communication. Today we will discuss the subject that is Python programming, and in Python programming we will discuss the topic that is type of operator from unit number 1, Introduction, Data Type and Operators. Before that, we will do the quick revision of some of the topic that already we learned during our live session. The first is, what is Python? As we all know that the Python is a general purpose high level programming language. Next, we have discussed some of the application that is related to Python. Those are the web application, then console application, IoT application, machine learning application, desktop application, etc. Then we have discussed some of the features that is related to Python. Those are easy to learn, easy to maintain, easy to read, portables, GUI programming, etc. And then we have discussed the standard data type, that is numbers, tuples, strings, list and definitely dictionaries. Now in today's session, we will discuss the type of operators. There are the 7 types of the operators. In that, first is arithmetic operators, then comparison operators, assignment operators, logical operators, bitwise operators, membership operators and identity operators. We will see one by one all in detail. So let's start with the arithmetic operators. The first is addition. It adds the values of either side of operator. That is 10 plus 20 or 20 plus 10 that give us the same answer. Now the subtraction, it subtract the right hand operand from the left hand operand. So here the 10 minus 20 or 20 minus 10 will not give us the same answer. In multiplication, it multiply the value of either side of the operator. Then the division, it divide the left hand operand by the right hand operand. Then modulus, it divides the left hand operand by the right hand operand and returns the remainder. Exponent, it performs the exponential calculation on operators. Then floor division. See, a floor division simply discard the digit that is after the decimal point. That means, see, if I say 5 divided by 2, then the answer is what? It's a 2.5. But if I use 5 floor division 2, so here after decimal point, it simply discard the digit 5. So here the answer is what? It's a 2. I hope this concept is clear. Now we will see the arithmetic operator practically. That is, first we will see the addition, that is 10 plus 20. Answer is what? It's a 30. Then if we say 20 minus 10, answer is 10. Then if I write 10 minus 20, then definitely the answer is what? It's a minus 10. If I write 10 divided by 2, answer is what? It's a 5. Then if I write 2 divided by 5, then the answer is what? It's a 0.4. But when I use 2, then floor division 5. Then the answer is what? It's a 0. As we discussed, it simply discard the digit 4 because it's after decimal point. Then for the exponent 2, then it's the exponent 2. Then the answer is what? It's a 4. 5 divided by 2. The answer is what? It's a 2.5. But if I use 5 modulus of 2, then it gives us the 1 because the remainder is what? It's a 1. Now next we will see the comparison operators. First is equal to equal to. If the values of two operands are equal, then condition become true. Next is not equal to. If the values of two operands are not equal, then condition become true. Then greater than. If the values of left operand is greater than the value of right operand, then the condition become true. Same applicable for the less than operand. Then greater than or equal to. That means either of one condition is satisfied, then our answer will become true. Then less than or equal to, same as the greater than or equal to. Either of one condition is satisfied, then our condition will become true. So as you see, after using the comparison operator, always it returns us the either true or false. Now we will discuss the comparison operator practically. First is if I write 2 equal to 2. Yes, answer is true. But I cannot write 2 equal to 3. It gives us the false. If I write 2 is not equal to 3. Yes, it's true. But if I write 2 is not equal to 2. Answer is what? It's a false. If I write 2 greater than 3. No, it's simply written with the false. But if I write 3 greater than 1. Yes, it's a true. Then if I write 4 is less than 1. No, it's not true. So it return with the false. But if I write 2 less than 30, then answer is what? It's a true. If I write 4 greater than or equal to 1. So here if you observe, see one condition is satisfied, that is greater than condition. Yes, 4 is greater than 1, but 4 is not equal to 1. But when I use this operator, either one condition is satisfied, it returns the true. But if I write 1 greater than or equal to 4, then simply it returns the false because none of the condition is satisfied. Now if I write 3 less than or equal to 1, it's false. But if I write 3 less than or equal to 3, yes, it's a true. So now I hope the comparison operator is clear. Now next we will discuss the assignment operators. First is equal to. It assigns the value from right side operand to the left side operand. Then plus or equal to. It adds the right hand operand to left hand operand and assign the result in left operand. Then minus equal to. Same as plus equal to, it separates the right hand operand from the left hand operand and assign the result in left operand. Then multiply or equal to. It multiply the right operand with the left operand and assign the result in the left operand. Then division or equal to. It divide the left operand with the right operand and assign the result in the left operand. Then the modulus and equal to. Same. It take the modulus using two numbers and then assign the result in the left operand. Same as the exponent. Perform the power calculation on the operator and then assign the result in the left operand. And the last is a floor and equal to. It performs the floor division on the operators and then assign the result in the left operand. Now we will see the assignment operator practically. See, first if I write A equal to 10, that means it will assign the value 10 in variable A. If I write B equal to 20, then simply it will assign the value 20 in variable B. Now if I write C that equal to A plus B, so simply it will add the value of A and B and the answer will be stored in variable C. So here the answer of C is what? It should be 30. Alright, that we can see. You can also print the answer like the print and then see. See, the answer is what? It's the 30. See, if you write C then plus equal to A. So what this instruction will do? It will add the value of C and A and then it stored the result in a variable C. So right now see, our value of C is what? It's a 30. And what is the value of A? That is what? It's a 10. So 30 plus 10, that is what? It's a 40. Now if I see, that is what? It's a 40. Now if I write C equal to A minus B, answer is what? It's a minus 10 because 10 minus 20. But if I write C minus equal to A, that means right now the value of C is what? It's a minus 10 and the value of A is what? It's 10. Then minus 10 minus 10. So the answer is what? It's minus 20. Now if I write C that equal to A multiply by B, we know that if we multiply A and B, then the answer is what? It's a 200. But when I write C multiply equal to A, so what this instruction will do? It simply multiply this 200 with the 10. So the answer is what? It's a 2000. Now if I write C that equal to A divided by B, so our answer is what? It's a definitely 0.5 like this. But when I write C divide equal to A, so right now the value of C is what? It's a 0.5 and the value of A is what? It's a 10. So 0.5 divided by 10. So simply the answer is what? 0.05. Now if I write C that equal to A modulus B, we know that when we use the modulus operator, it simply reply with the remainder. Here the value of A is what? It's a 10 and the value of B is what? It's a 20. So if we divide 10 with the 20, then definitely the remainder is what? It's a 10. But when I write C modulus equal to A, that means here the value of C is what? It's a 10. 10 modulus 10. Because the value of A is what? It's a 10. Then if we divide 10 with the 10, then definitely the remainder is what? It's a 0. So the answer of C is what? It's a 0. Now if I write C that equal to A floor division B, we know that when we use the floor division, it simply discards the digit after the decimal point. So our value of A is what? It's a 10 and the value of B is what? It's a 20. So if we divide 10 with the 20, it's a 0.5. But it simply discards the 0.5. So here when I press C, then the answer is what? It's a 0. But when I use this command C, then floor division equal to A, that will give us the value of C is what? Is a 0. Because we know that the C is what? Is a 0 and A is what? It's a 10. So if we write 0, then floor divide and then 10, then definitely the answer is what? It's a 0. So I hope this assignment operator is clear in your mind. Thank you.